the Aberaeron Vintage Show 2025, hosted by the Cardy Cranks Classic Vehicle Club. As the gates open, the showground comes alive as exhibitors roll in, tractors chugging, motorcycles growling, and gleaming machines glinting in the morning sun. Trailers swing open, displays take shape, and the air buzzes with excitement for the day ahead.
As the exhibitors line up, the showground starts to fill. The sun's barely up, but the field is already buzzing. Rows of tables and tarpaulins spill over with curious treasures. Some you've been hunting for, some you never knew you needed until now. Every step is a chance encounter. A retro lamp here, a box of vinyl there, maybe even that missing piece for your collection. The deals are out there, and they're waiting for the sharp-eyed and quick-handed.
The show opened with its first event, a proud parade of vintage tractors rumbling into the showroom, each one a living piece of farming history. From gleaming restorations to well-loved workhorses, these machines bring the sights, sounds, and nostalgia of the countryside to life.
Bye.
After the tractors, it was the turn of the classic cars to have their run around the ring. Then, a chat with the show's MC Dafydd Edwards.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, prepare to witness something truly special. Rolling into the ring is the undisputed star of today's show, the magnificent Sentinel DG8 steam lorry. Built in 1929 at the famous Sentinel Wagon Works in Shrewsbury, this stunning machine proudly wears its original tarmac livery. And here's the remarkable part. It is the only known example left in existence. A living, steaming, roaring piece of history, right here before your eyes.
I think it's a bit of a loose somewhere. Yeah. Just show with you, this is something totally different for me. There's quite a bit of water coming out the back. You can... We'll give you another one later. Well, tell me, this is something that, as I said earlier, is something totally different. And it's really nice. So I think we'll be proud to actually talk about it. So, oh no. I don't think this allows people from that much. So,
Chrome gleaming under Welsh skies, engines rumbling like distant thunder. These aren't just motorcycles, they're memories on wheels.
Sunbeam, yeah, Sunbeam. It's made by BSA. BSA bought the brand after the war and made them into not there.
Let's wander through the showground, taking in the hum of conversation, the gleam of polished metal, and the warmth of community pride. Feel that gentle breeze carrying the scent of engine oil and fresh grass. It's time to explore some standout exhibits.
Where they source their vehicles from, I don't know. But when I saw this came up, I thought, you know what?
Ti wastad yn lle dy mynd nôl i'n... A ni ddim yn wylo mynd o'r un ysbryd o dde. That's fine, going and stopping is fantastic. It's a pleasure to see something that is completely different. I did make a massive mistake. Oh, this is the order, but you're the driver. The Royal House we saw earlier. By yourself?
Yeah, by myself.
What's a quack?
He's actually stuck at engine overdrive at the end of his gearbox. I think we've been at Lanark when he's been there. No, it's quite...
company, isn't it? Take a picture of this.
In the quiet hum of a workshop in West Wales, 2 little grey Ferguson tractors were brought back to life. But this was no ordinary restoration. This is the Cardy Cranks Big Little Tractor project. The project is a heartwarming venture that blends vintage engineering, community spirit, and a powerful mission to raise funds in aid of Cancer Research Wales. If you like to donate, please scan the QR code that's on your screen now. In her Cancer Research Wales livery, Sian takes her lap around the show ring to the gentle applause of spectators.
Bert.
In a stirring tribute to public service and community spirit, the emergency services demonstration brought the crowd to a standstill. Mid and West Wales Fire and Rescue Service showcased their precision and bravery, while St John Ambulance Wales offered a glimpse into life-saving care in action. And just when you thought it couldn't get more nostalgic, a gleaming 1980s police car rolled onto the scene, its flashing lights and vintage charm reminding us how far we've come and how much we still rely on those who serve. It was more than a display, it was a moment of connection, respect and pride.
Scenario is that this car has been involved in some kind of incident. There's the driver is stuck in the vehicle, and now the fire brigade are here. They're going to see what the situation is and how they're going to go about extracting the driver from the vehicle. Indeed. And you're telling me that this is not a show tractor as such, you use this every day? This is a work tractor, really. Right, so the driver, diver in. Right, done your 55. Oh no, I went for a little video. Oh, so that didn't do it, did it? Right, symud ymlaen. I ni'n trio pwysio ymlaen o'r droed allan i fan hyn, a ni'n lan i... Pwy sydd â ni wedyn? Right, ni'n gael gael y lein bod yma, dwi? Bravo. Shomai, how are you? How are you, sir? Excellent. So this has got a very good local history. Yes, already, yes. Do you use it at all? I know you've got a bit of a landholding. It whiles away the day. Excellent, thanks for bringing it along. Diolch. Neu draw fan hyn nawr efo'r... Mae'r mesur wedi mynd, so allai weid wrth chi nawr, mae 27 dwi. A 27 yw'n sy'n mynd i ôl nhw. Gweithio di githa'n iawn fyd? Ie, gweithio. Gret, diolch yn fawr. A dyn, os chi am gyfri'r hanner... Right, Shwmai. Not bad, yourself? Where have you brought this tractor from? Brongest. 18 months. It's not bad. Everybody else, every 3, 4, 5 years. I did a great job. Excellent, thank you. Arte. Ochr hyn i'n dechrau fe. Okay. Yeah. Right. Os gallu pob un sy'n cymryd rhan yn y sefyll. Ia, ydy yma. Right. Y diesel cat, yma. Diolch yn fawr.
Here we see the competition of backing the roller around a corner. This event takes nerve and skill to complete, with the fastest time winning.
Right, following this competition, Hugh, who's coming over now, is going to demonstrate how to start the marshal that you see in front of the house there. And as you know, or most people are aware of, marshals are not the easiest vehicles to start because they rely on, they're a single cylinder with quite a bit high cc, so it's one hell of a thump in order to start them. Now there's two ways to start. One is using a shot, and the other is by fine timing and control of the flywheel. Which one are you going to demonstrate here? Well, I'm going to use the handles to start it. And so... Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, Rod. Okay, okay. Oh, he's trying high gears. The first one that's tried the high in reverse is ambitious here, but he seems to be getting the line right. I think he needs to drop it a gear. Not quite, not quite. That looked promising, I must admit, up until that moment. Just a whisker out of line was enough, and now he's landed himself in difficulty, in nearly as bad as Arwin. It's coming. Oh, blind tour. Yeah. Fi'n credu, o ti'n neud y dda, dres di mymryn bach rhy gloi, o'n i'n meddwl bod e gyda ti fyna meiliad yna, oedd e'r bach rhy gloi. Reit, pwy sy'n nesa? 1:15 oedd yna. Oh, nearly. Oh. Good. Oh, perfect. One minute, Ed. God, are they proud about that?
Now for the slow tractor race, where the objective is to come last to win.
Right, obviously there's quite a difference in the touring of some of these tractors. I must admit I had expected the massive forward drive to be a bit slower because it's got an additional gearbox in, which reduces the ratio somewhat. Yeah, we're Hill's got an invisible challenge to the rest of the tractors, so pulling them on. So, the last in this particular heat is who? In the Marshall. Yeah, what? That's what I say. It's in for that. I don't wait a little bit. But my lot for stuff that hey. I got that for something. So much stuff going on. It's huge flow. Who did say that he expected to win this particular race? So bearing that in mind, someone did say that the Sabbath one is track, simply gonna beat another beat. I think we're better to see who comes in second. Who's the normal track race. But there's a bit of a... our son doesn't know how to go slow, so he's got a single back in his side, and he's obviously can't keep the driving speed, so that's something to do with his age, I can imagine. I think he's going down a little bit slower. But I expected you to be slower as well, you know? Mr. Tandy with him. Ar fod England that, dwi'n bod pwynt si arni. Wedyn ni mae te. We'll take a log of that, so it's 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So we'll see now on the second run to get as close as this. I think the farming is one overall, so there's no conflict really.
Now back to the star of the show.
The one and only vehicle that's currently in existence. This Sentinel lorry, and brought to us by Mr. Kevin Standing of Standing Tarmac fame. And I can't thank you enough, Kevin, for bringing this down. It's been wonderful to see it. And you know, I think we've all got to be grateful for you for looking after a vehicle, for actually buying a vehicle of this nature and keeping it in this wonderful condition, and bring it down so people can see what it was like back in, when was it manufactured? Hang on. Okay, I'm going to have all the details from the gentleman this side.
Built by Central Troops in 1929 as a 6-wheel wagon for tarmac, sent back to the Sentinels in 1933 and converted to an 8-wheeler. Worked until 1946 when it was scrapped. The parts were rescued from the scrapyard in 1956 and the previous owner rebuilt it over 25 years.
It's excellent, and to think that this was, as you said earlier, this is it's the only one of this nature left in the country. And it started off as a 6-wheeler, so you should imagine, is there one of those currently? There is one of those, but then went back to Sentinel to have an extra axle put on the front, so that he could carry how much extra weight? Another 2 ton. So it went up from a 10-tonner to a 12-tonner. Oh, amazing. But it was in use from 1926 to 1946. 29 to 46, it's unaffected. Amazing. And to think that someone spent, 10 hours a day in there? 2 men? 10 to 12 hours a day, 2 men? Because you need to be 2, don't you, to operate it? Yeah. Because and how often do you have to put some water in it? You know, you'd be constantly feeding it with coal and water, because there's quite a big tank on it. And I suppose you'd have to, during the day, you'd have to pick up water somewhere. So 25 miles in a tank of water, not petrol, because it only runs on coal and water. And 25 miles, and you'd have to find a watering point. So you'd have to plan your day quite.
It never used to go far from Eddingshaw. 30-mile radius, something like that. So, and know where all the water was.
So what kind of speeds would this be expected to do?
Maximum 20-25 on the road.
Bit slower in the hills with 25 on the flat. Yeah. And the Welsh Government would like us all to go back to that now, wouldn't they? Silly buggers.
I agree.
There you go. Well, like I said, it's been wonderful to see it. And it is the pinnacle of the show as far as I'm concerned. So thank you again. And if you could take it around for if you've got enough coal and some water, right, take for a few spins then, Kevin. Thank you again. Diolch. Diolch, Dalpe. I suppose what we can have next is anybody that's left before they disappear with the cars, bring them into the ring, and we'll have a little chat with the cars. But once Kevin's gone round a few circulations, we'll bring some cars into the ring, and we'll continue with some chats about whatever you bring in. Okay.
warmed up again now. That wind's dropped.
On that note, we say goodbye from all of us at the Aberaeron Vintage Show. Thank you for making it unforgettable. Until next year.